Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Monday, March 31st, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. A weekly bar chart, same bar chart really throughout. 109.44 is the big 9-month channel bottom this week. We tested it not only last week, if you include the 1% zone, as the testing of it. And I like to do that on line studies that are 6 months or more. But we outright tested it 2 weeks in a row about a month ago. Came off of it. We reached about halfway to our mid to low 130s objective before falling back last week to retest the 109.44 channel bottom. This is still able to contain selling through April and through the second quarter, and above which over the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'll say 133.55 is likely, and we can, as we continue into later year, continue onward and upward into the upper 170s as we move into the final quarter of the year. We would need a clarifying settlement above 133.55 to set that in play within possibly 2 to 3 to 5 months or so of closing above 133.55. But if we close below 109.44 by a full 1% margin, this week's level is 108.35. I think for those of you who trade 3 to 5 day swing trades, how do you play this? I mean, I don't want you to have to wait until Friday if we close Monday at 108.35 or lower to exit a long position. I think, your normal risk management should come into play, but technically I have no problem if we close today at 108.35 or lower that you exit a long position. But that is obviously up to you. I do think that we could, wrong chart, within a matter of, well, it's more like a 1 to 2 week, trade to the downside. So if we close, now 109.44 is the weekly chart, 109 even is the daily chart, and 108.35 is the 1% zone. So, we could have made that 109.44, 109 even, but they're 44 cents apart. 109 even, 109.44, your base of support. We can bottom out here, as I say, through April and into later year. But if we do, on an intraday basis, break or open below 109 even, 104.77 in reach. That is the low that was put out a few weeks ago. And if we close today at 108.35 or lower, we could potentially reach 99.01 by Friday's close. Keep that in mind. That's why I say if we close today 108.35 or lower, I don't have a problem you exiting entirely a long position where you've been picking this bottom in anticipation of the low to mid 130s, which hasn't happened yet. And if we close at 108.35 or lower, I have no problem exiting that trade. Should you go short? I think if you're adept at playing the short side, if you're kind of a 1 to 2 week, let's say 3 to 5 day swing trader, certainly a settlement below 109 even, 108.35 or lower, let's be clear, 1% below that weekly support, does indicate 99.01 as a 1 to 2 week target, which is to say it could be by Friday's close, where I would anticipate a weekly low. We could come off of this channel bottom, round back up to the 109 channel bottom again within a week or two before falling away into May activity. But as I said before, if we do close below that 109 formation, 109.44 on the weekly chart, 108.35 is 1% below it. If we settle there on Friday, I will expect 78.54 over the next 2 to 3 months, let's say. And so keep that in mind as well. If you bought NVIDIA, if you're long NVIDIA, if you've invested in NVIDIA, and we close this week, Friday, at 108.35 or lower, unless you want to see this market decay into the upper 70s within several months, my suggestion is to exit or at least hedge in the options markets. If you want to hold a long-term investment in NVIDIA, now you could also play the hedge side. That's either selling calls, the buy right, if you will, or just reaching for some 80 strike out of the money puts that might not expire for 6 months or so on that 2 to 3 month downside play. Let's cover the upside. I've covered the downside pretty well, and we've got 109 even. And I'll just walk us through the daily chart here. We've got 113.33, this former channel bottom. We've demoted it to a minor point only. It doesn't mean it can't contain solid intraday activity. And it is anticipated above 109 even, 109.44, but really, there's a 3/8 upside Fibonacci right now that correlates well with that low that was put out about 2 weeks ago. 114.35. So yes, holding above 109 even, 114.35 in reach. Holding above 109 even, 118.80 in reach this week. 114.35 in reach today. 118.80 this week. If we close today above 114.35, we should tomorrow test 118.80, which is a session containment level, able to contain daily highs, and from there we could fall back again into the 109 handle within 3 to 5 days. We could trade inside of this wedge into next week. But if we close above 118.80, that does pivot the market north as we move into later April trade. The 134.67 3 to 5 week target still above 109 even, then likely within about 2 to 3 weeks. So yes, we're still expecting 134.67 over the next 3 to 5 weeks, so long as we do not close below the 109 even formation. Until then, you could buy on strength with a settlement above 118.80. And that is your buy opportunity on strength. So rather than bottom picking 109 even, some people are reluctant to do that, understandable. You can buy on strength where you're getting that sort of pull away factor to the upside. That should then be a sort of a steady rally within 2 to 3 weeks into the 134.67 area. Inside of all this, we've got 114.35 as a soft pivot point, might actually contain daily highs. If we close above it, 118.80 is likely tomorrow. Is there anything else to say beyond what I already have? I don't think so. I've said it all. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of our 5-day free trial. We offer 2 stock picks every week, Tuesdays and Thursdays generally. Daily SPY, daily Triple Q analysis, weekly Apple stock analysis, weekly S&P 500, and weekly NASDAQ 100 analysis. You can see it all for free by going to wickedstocks.com and taking advantage of our 5-day free trial. I will be back tomorrow, of course, with Tuesday's NVIDIA. You have a great day.